Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Nasir Sheikh Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir, and what's on tap for today? Well, folks, we've got a video clip of Michael Steele. You know Michael Steele, the Republican, the conservative? No, no, not Michael Steele, the conservative. He's a fake conservative, the faux conservative. He's the rhino, folks. Anyways, he's going to be talking about Trump, the indictment, the arrest, and all things Trump. So we're going to do a reaction to it. Let's get to the video clip right now.
Good evening from Washington, D.C. I'm Michael Steele in for Chris Hayes. So Donald Trump was not arrested today. And while an indictment by the Manhattan DAs looms, right, it's still out there, the ex-president announced that he would be taken into custody today. That hasn't happened. But we really shouldn't be surprised now, should we? This is what Trump does. He punks everybody, and he gets them all fired up and the juice is flowing, right? Just to get...
He got my juices flowing, Michael. He got my juices flowing, Michael, the rhino Steele. Yeah, of course. We want him to be arrested. We want him to be perp walked. I do. I want to be arraigned, charged, perp walked, handcuffed. The whole thing, I want the whole spectacle. This would be the biggest advertisement for Trump 2024 that we could absolutely imagine, folks. It would cement his presidency in 2024. You want to pencil it in right now? The day he gets indicted, the day he goes to jail, the day he's charged, pencil that in. President Donald J. Trump wins the presidency for 2024. I'm telling you, folks, we want this to happen. It would be the biggest free political ad campaign that Trump could ever hope for.
Get them going. And all they have to do is just take a step back for a second. And if they did and ask themselves, wait a minute, time out, that's not right. Well, it's a well-worn play in the Trump playbook. Just ask Michael Cohen.
It's a typical Donald J. Trump play out of the playbook. Figure out how you're going to muddy the water as best as you possibly can. Denigrate the person, disparage them. They did the same thing to Cassidy Hutchinson. They did the same thing to anyone and everyone that is for the truth.
Muddying the
Michael Cohen, if anyone is there for the truth, this perjurer, Michael, the fixer Cohen, we got a perjurer, folks, who's basically talking about getting to the truth. And then he's talking about the Trump playbook. I've always said before, folks, in politics, you have to go on offense. You gotta go on offense, full bore offense. You can't play political defense. You will lose. Offense is the key to winning in politics, folks. It's the only way.
waters might be the thing that Donald Trump does best. He did it back during his presidency when he had then Attorney General Bill Barr.
Listen, is there anything wrong? It was absolutely mishandling. It was distorted. It was misleading. Every freaking lawyer and attorney that was on the Mueller team, they all donated to Hillary Clinton and Democrats. There wasn't a single person there, an attorney or a lawyer, that you could say ever had, backed Trump or liked Trump or, had a good thing to say about Trump. So you're talking about this is muddying the waters, pointing out the problems in the opposition's cases and the people that are coming after you. That's bad now? Unbelievable, folks.
Spin the results of the Mueller report before it became public. And when he released the incomplete transcript from the so-called perfect phone call.
Incomplete transcript? What the hell are you talking about? Michael the Schiff Seal. Michael full of Schiff? Or Adam full of Schiff? Adam full of Schiff? Right? So full of Schiff? Adam Schiff? That guy who basically read the transcript to everybody and changed the transcript? You're talking about that? And you're saying that the White House gave incomplete transcripts of that perfect call? I mean, who goes? I love you gotta love it. This is offensive playbook 101 in politics. Trump invented it. He did it. Instead of just calling it, hey, it was a phone call. It was not just an ordinary phone call. It was the perfect phone call of all time.
Call where he tried to pressure Ukrainian President Zelensky into digging up dirt on the Bidens ahead of the 2020 election.
Pressure.
And he did it again just a few months ago when he was the first person to break the story that the FBI.
You know what? Trump should be a journalist. He should be a reporter, maybe, on top of being the President of the United States. He broke a story. He broke a story. Everybody's upset that he broke the story, that they were going to come, basically, and do an illegal search of his premises. I mean, he broke the story, and these guys are upset about it. NPR, this one of the most, another branch of government that needs to be freaking, just gotten rid of. Let's see what else is going on.
Searched his Florida retirement home, looking for those classified documents he mishandled. So what we saw this weekend was Trump once again trying to frame the narrative before it could unfold. The ex-president was setting the tone and the outcome on his terms. So by the time the real story comes out, well, everyone is playing catch up. As soon as Trump made that arrest claim, we were all following his lead instead of waiting for the Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg to set the facts straight. Did the DA's office tell us Trump was going to be arrested this week? No. Trump.
Another racist, folks. Just another black man who's a freaking racist, a race baiter, a race traitor, a race hater. This guy hates white people, period. You know it, and I know it. It's as simple as that. New York is going to a hell in a handbasket, basically. It's just going to hell. Crime is up. Assault and batteries are on the rise. Murders, rapists, everything, petty crime, misdemeanors, felonies, is just an absolute cesspool of what's going on in New York City. Don't give a damn about the people in New York City at all. But you know what? We got to go after Donald Trump because he gave some money to a porn star. And that violates campaign finance laws. So that's the most important thing. That's more important than making sure that people don't get raped. That's more important than making sure that people don't get murdered. That's more important that people aren't assaulted. That's more important than we have muggings and other things on subways. That's more important than taking care of our small business owners who are getting robbed every single day. We got to go after Trump. That's the number one thing. He's number one, folks. He's the number one, person, most wanted person in America. He's on that poster, according to this black guy who is an absolute bigot and a race baiter and a race hater and a race traitor.
Trump did. He figured that, just make it up. They can make up anything. Put it out there. And everyone's going to feed off of it for a few days. And it doesn't matter whether or not he gets arrested on Tuesday at all. Well, folks, that's not the point. The point is that if and when he actually gets indicted, all of his supporters will be fired up and ready to go.
Absolutely.
And everyone who in his version of events colluded against him to make the indictment happen.
That's right.
Well,
he should be.
Guess what? They're going to be on the defensive about it.
So it just goes to show you one more time here, folks, that these guys are so afraid. They are so scared of Trump. He just makes an announcement. And as soon as he announces something, they're quaking in their boots because they don't know what to do. If he doesn't say anything, they're wondering he hasn't said anything. When he does say something, they accuse him of basically saying, it's a playbook, you're setting the narrative. As if these guys don't set the narrative themselves. As if, MSLSD, the delusional network, right? Or the never been conservative NBC, or anything but conservative ABC, or the cabal broadcasting system, CBS. The alphabet networks are acolytes in media, the hypocrites in Hollywood, right? Academia, colleges, university professors, every single one of them, the ones that hate Trump. These guys are so scared of him, and they realize one thing. A lot of them won't say it, some of them do, but the majority of them, they don't want, they know what's going to happen, folks. I've said it before. Trump gets indicted, he gets charged, he gets perp walked, or let's say he doesn't get perp walked, but he just, goes in by himself, with his attorney. It is going to be an absolute spectacle, folks. The whole world is going to be there. Can you imagine what that's like? You thought 2016 and those rallies were something? They're going to be nothing, folks, nothing compared to when he's in that police station. Do you know that mugshot of his is going to be shown how many times? You know the free publicity he's got for his ad campaign going into 2024? This is going to be unbelievable. Free advertisement for him. Pencil it in that day. It's a lock for the presidency, folks. He's going to solidify and galvanize and cement his base like never before. He's going to bring independents over who are going to be pissed off at the Democrats and the media for doing this thing and weaponization of the DOJ and the FBI. And those Reagan Democrats and a lot of Democrats that are clear thinking and clear headed and fair minded, they're going to say, you know what, this isn't right. This is wrong. If it could happen to him, it could happen to me. And we don't want to happen. And they're going to come over too, folks. Take that to the bank. But not that SVB one, okay, that, broke down because of the Democrats and their policies. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir. And we'd love you to subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell. Like, share, and follow us. Put your comments down below. We'd love to hear what you think. My final thought, as always, is when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.